All right, Weather Weenies, Wednesday, July 10th. Let's give an update for the New England and Northeastern weather risks for today. We have some good news and some bad news. There have been a few changes from last night. Bad news is they've increased this risk area to the 3 out of 5 for that enhanced area, almost touching northern Pennsylvania, but really through western New York. With this comes a 10% tornado percentage. That's the bad news. The good news is the timing of the rain that's going to be coming through for New England is looking to be a little bit later and a little bit less. Weather Prediction Center has come down in the forecast totals now, so seeing a lot less of that bright red color. And looking at the HRRR forecast model, we can see that a majority of this rain actually goes through southern Ontario now. We still are seeing the showers through New England here, but definitely the mass of that rain is further to the north. And that timing has changed a little bit. So here we are looking at 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, midnight, seeing where this line of storms is right through here. And so we know that that's going to end up pushing through the evening hours as well. But it's just a little bit later than what we've been seeing and a little bit less. Now it's going to be real hard to forecast high temperatures today, the dew point and like the humidity and all of that, because it's going to depend on the timing of when these clouds from these storms start moving in and what's all happening. And it's just a really mixed bag of dynamics. Also, if a majority of this rain goes to our north, the southern storms tend to be the more isolated and the more stronger as well. So rather than these like heavy downpours that last for long periods of time that seem to be moving further to the north, what we're going to be seeing for most of Vermont, most of New Hampshire, upstate New York, Maine, places like that, instead are going to be more convective, short-lived, heavy rain, like downburst type storms with the potential of having high winds in them. This is where we're seeing those risks of the isolated tornado in the far southwestern parts of New England. So it's a little bit of a trade-off, right? Timing's a little bit later, and the majority of that soaking rain is going to the north, but that does open our exposure up a little bit more for slightly more severe weather. So some trade-offs from what we saw in last night's forecast models. Overall, I think this is a slightly better situation. I'll do an update again at lunchtime and talk about where I think the severe weather potential is the strongest.